Everybody needs a vacation, especially one like this. This is the Caribbean. To be more precise, the French West Indies part of the Caribbean, or Caribbean. There really is no law on how to pronounce it. I'll take you from St. Kitts to St. Lucia, stopping along the way in St. Martin, St. Bart's, and Ile-de-Saint, which actually means Island of the Saints. That's a lot of saints. A 7-day excursion, 9 if you count our home port of Barbados. Who am I? I'm that girl right there. Don't worry, you'll like traveling with me.
I love it. I think it's a little hidden gem.
These days, cruising comes in all shapes and sizes. I'm Chandra DaCosta, and I've worked in the travel industry for almost 10 years. I know the perfect cruise exists for everyone. Want to know more? I'm going to show you. So this is our ship for the week, the Windsurf, the biggest of the 3 ships owned by Windstar Cruise Line. But you know, the Windsurf feels more like a private yacht than it does a regular cruise ship. If you're not friends with Bill Gates or can't afford your own yacht, this might be the next best thing to cruising around the Caribbean in style. Now, during this trip, we'll stop in 7 different ports, so a day at sea is actually a nice break.
I like the days at sea. I think they're great. I think they give people a chance to relax and get to know the ship and actually not feel like they're missing out on anything. I think a lot of people would stay on the ship a lot more often if they didn't feel that they were going to miss things shoreside. So that's why the days at sea are good. They force people to actually relax. I love it sunny, but I actually would prefer to have a little margarita. I know that's off subject. Actually, I could do with a pina colada. See, good idea. Much better. I'm much more relaxed now. I think a lot of the cruisers on here are more like explorers. They're not on vacation, they're not traveling, they're exploring. I would think that's a good definition of Windstar because that's, they can get into all of the little nooks and crannies, the small ports that other ships can't. A lot of the reviews will say that it's the most romantic cruise line. But if you look at the advertisements from all the cruise lines, they all try to portray that, but this one really is. Ooh, brain freeze. Really.
Now, when most people think of cruising, they think of these types of ships. And they do have a lot to offer, but we're looking for a different feel. That's it. The big ships carry about 2,000 passengers or more, and there's only space for about 300 on the Windsurf. Yes, you'll have room to stretch your wings and not hit anybody, but I don't want you to think you'll be missing all the amenities of a big ship. The bartenders really are that friendly. And no, those aren't both my drinks. This might be a small ship, but it has a big selection when it comes to eating. There are 4 restaurants, including this outdoor seafood restaurant. You eat right on the deck, under the stars, which is totally unique in cruising.
No regrets.
Most of the evenings on board are quiet, but not always. There is entertainment. And we're having lots of fun, but it would take too long to explain what we're doing. And this, of course, needs no explanation. Neither does this, although this really isn't my room. I snuck in to show you what the bridge suites look like. At times it might look like I have the ship all to myself, but I'm really glad I don't. See, I really do have friends. They just don't know it yet.
No regrets.
Remember how I told you the ship feels like your own private yacht? Well, there's an open bridge policy, which means guests can just wander on up. You might not always find the captain on duty, but there's always an officer to answer whatever questions you may have.
Hello, Captain.
Hello there. Welcome to the bridge.
Thank you. I was wondering where we are. Can you show me
Yeah, sure.
where we are?
Have a look over here. If we look here on this electronic navigation system, it shows the ship, that's us, and this red line is the ship's course.
Oh, wow.
And then when we look over here, we see what's around us. And all the way up there, that's our destination, Basse-Terre St. Kitts.
Oh, wow.
Now, this is probably the most unique feature of our whole bridge.
Oh, okay.
And this is the panel that controls the sails. We've got some sails open now,
Saw
and
that.
we'll have them out for all of our journey this week.
Oh, great.
Of course, in the old days, all the sails, they were all controlled locally by people heaving lines, pulling up the sails, and they had to adjust them. That took up a lot of manpower. Well, on a modern system like this, we just have one person who can do it. So we have hydraulic pumps stationed all over the ship that control the angle of the jibs and also bringing the sails in and out. A lot of guests ask us about our stabilizers.
Oh, yes.
They're out all the time.
Okay.
And sometimes if it's really clear weather, you can actually see them beneath the water. Because
And they're shaped like airplane wings?
they are airplane wings, yeah. As the air rushes over an airplane wing, it gives lift. Well, for us, as the water rushes over our aerofoil fins, they give lift too.
Why do you have them on all the time?
Because when you look outside, sometimes it looks like there's not much swell and you might not need them, but very often it's worse than you think it is.
Well, some of the bigger ships, they only put them out, right, during rough weather?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have ours out nearly all the time.
Actually, something that I've noticed just in the past day and a half that I've been here is that you're around the ship a lot, and the guests must love that.
Yeah, that's one of the advantages of a ship with only 300 guests. That
Yeah.
I can get to know people during the week. If you're on a ship with 2,000-3,000 guests, it's very difficult to get to know people. So
Yeah.
that's something I really enjoy about the Windstar ships.
Because part of the captain's job as well is to be out there. I mean, the guests want to see the captain, right?
Yeah, very often there's a lot of things they'd like to ask me about, things
Yeah.
they've seen round and about, and of course it gives me a good idea as to, how happy my guests are.
Absolutely, yeah.
This makes you feel very special because the ship is very special.
Yeah, no kidding.
When we're in port, we stand out from the crowd among the regular large cruise ships. Many people notice as you see the masts sticking way up above the other ships. So we really sort of draw a crowd in that way, and we're
Yeah, no
actually at
kidding.
sea when we can get the sails open. It's really a fantastic feeling to be on such a unique ship as this.
No regrets.
Coming up, we visit the ports of call and I test out my driving skills. Don't be scared. Ah, paradise. This is what we all need. A little slice of heaven. Peaceful, tranquil, turquoise blue waters. A postcard come to life. The unspoiled beauty of the Caribbean. A chance to leave the hustle and bustle of everyday life behind and enjoy the captivating scenery and pure silence. But not for long. Our day is jam-packed with an off-road adventure, but this is off-roading St. Kitts style, which means we usually stay on the road. One thing about the Caribbean, all roads eventually lead back to the beach.
I think the 4x4 tour, I thought it would be more off the road, and I actually thought we might switch into different vehicles, but this is our off-roading vehicle. Our guide was great, funny, and the guests seemed to like it, so that's important. And there he is.
I'm going to the bushes.
To the bushes? To the bathroom?
This is not a photo opportunity.
Oh, he's looking. So is this a regular off-roading trip? Where's the...
The off-roading trip goes up to the peninsula.
Okay.
I mean, up to the volcano, which is the other side of the island.
Oh, okay. But we didn't,
No.
that's your own tour.
This is this one here is a peninsula safari.
So you've been going off-roading for years?
Yeah, I'm the one who first started to do rainforest and adventure trips on this island.
Okay.
Even though I had a hard time understanding him, and although this isn't exactly what we expected from the adventure tour, at least we ended up in a great spot. Look where we are. Who am I to complain? Although I do wish I'd brought my swimsuit with me. 2 miles away from St. Kitts is Nevis, which was originally discovered by Christopher Columbus himself in 1498. And the two islands are linked together as one friendly little country. As they like to say on St. Kitts and Nevis, you're only a stranger here once. From cuisine to culture, the landscapes and the local people, each island is unique in its own right. They all offer their own diversity. Take this little island, for example, Ile de Sang, one of the pleasant surprises of our trip.
If you weren't on a ship, a smaller ship, in fact, the bigger ships wouldn't even come here, so they wouldn't even know that it exists. So with the smaller ships, you can go into all the little nooks and crannies and get to all the really unique ports, unspoiled ports, really. This is a beautiful, quaint little town. Wow, this is really cute. Very friendly, very, very, very friendly here. It's absolutely stunning, and I think we're gonna have a really good day. So it's actually kind of nice that nobody knows about it except a few of us.
Exactly. Somebody told me Jimmy Buffett lived here for a while.
Really?
Yes.
Do you believe it?
I don't know.
There are no Margaritavilles here, but strangely, there are plenty of goats. The best way to get around is on your own 2 feet, which is what we all did. And of course, there's the beach, and yes, this time I did remember to bring my swimsuit. From port to port and beach to beach, you're constantly surrounded by beauty. Pigeon Island is in St. Lucia and is where the Windsurf has a little private barbecue for the guests. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think this is kind of a highlight as well for people to know. A lot of the guests actually think that Pigeon Island is our own private island. It's not. It's just that the beach where our barbecue is our own private beach for Windstar. So it's not a private island because a lot of the other ships will have like their own private island. There's Half Moon Cay, which is one of the Holland America Islands. There's Castaway Cay, which is the Disney island. There's what is it? Royal Caribbean also. I mean, they all have their own island.
St. Bart's is as European as it gets in the Caribbean. Typically referred to as the playground for the rich and famous, there's no shortage of chic French cafes and high-end luxury shopping. So if you don't have your own yacht or know any friends that can lend you one, this would be a good place to meet them. The only town is Gustavia, and what a busy little town it is. I think we'll explore the rest of the island.
So because it was rainy today, our options would have been to complain about the rain or to sit in a bar all day, which is not a bad option, but we decided to rent a car because, well, that way you get a real feel for it. And I know a lot of people would probably think renting a car in a place where you've never driven before, especially on an island, would be a little intimidating, but you know what? It's actually, as long as you go slow and, you know, give yourself plenty of time to get back to the ship, then you're okay. Well, actually, see, road rage, you can't have road rage, I'm on vacation. Go. Okay, go, dude. Okay. See, more pedestrians. Oh, they're on our ship, I should wait. I just smiled. Here's another guy, go ahead. Or don't. Oh, hey, look at this guy. Ooh, what? The good thing about being on an island, small one anyways, is that you don't have to worry about getting lost. Because all you do is just turn left and you'll end up back where you started eventually. Maybe a more scenic route than you had anticipated, but you'll still end up back where you need to be. I am quite a good driver though, I think. Oops. I don't really know what these signs mean with...
Coming up, I go searching for fortune and glory. On this particular cruise, every morning you wake up in a different port. But that doesn't mean you have to go into town to find something to do. I could just sit here and relax, but I think I'll see what the other guests are up to. The Windsurf has its very own water sports platform, which is open, weather permitting, when we're anchored in port. The platform is in the back of the ship, and there are all sorts of things to choose from. I think I'm going to test my kayaking skills.
I found a partner. Yep. Huh? A willing partner, yep.
All right, who's in the front?
He promises me we're not going to flip.